Wanted to talk to you guys about something I thought was kind of unique through a discussion I had with a good friend of mine the other day. He's one of my general managers of Hardcore Fitness too, about how your mind works. Specifically, and again, I'm not gonna get too geeky here with it because he could probably talk far more depth about it. But people ask me a lot of times how I continue to work 12, 14-hour days, if it's Saturdays, if it's Sundays, and stay motivated, right? Because I hear a lot, even people that are working right now part-time or working other jobs, but it's kind of like on this half-wheel job because you're not going full scale due to this COVID thing, right? It's hard for me to stay motivated. I think a lot of that has to do with just kind of the way you've conditioned your mind. I think it's really important people realize that's just a choice. And when they say the specific term, like it's hard to stay motivated, it's because that connection in your brain, there's myelin wrapped around the specific connection. Again, he can talk to you about it. And that bridge that you've made to make that comment and even have that mindset has specifically been developed so many times by saying that it's just your natural reaction. So what you need to do is unwind that and start getting to a point where you're not saying those things. So for me, and this isn't to say, hey, good job, Nate, it's for people to understand. I don't consider myself different than anybody else. I've told that to a million of my friends. I don't think I'm any more intelligent than the average person. I don't think, I clearly don't have the patience the average person does. Basically, there's not much that makes me different than anybody else, except for the fact that I think I've had different years of wiring my mind differently than others. Where, if I have to work 13 hours on a Saturday, it doesn't even occur to me that that's an option not to, nor there's any type of negative connotation towards that, right? Like, oh God, I'm gonna miss my friend's birthday, or I'm gonna, I can't, it doesn't occur to me, right? I don't even have words for it. So the point is that doesn't just happen overnight. You gotta commit to it, and you gotta get those incremental wins towards, if that's what you're trying to accomplish. And as you continue to habitually do that more and more and more, you start unwinding the wrong bridge of the connection, and then you start rewiring, i.e. put more myelin around that bridge for the new connection in your brain, which then allows you to adapt and change your mindset, right? And so when you're a child, obviously that makes it significantly more easier because those bridges haven't been developed, so it happens much quicker. But as you get to be older age and more experienced, that repetition creates more of that bridge becomes stronger, which then can create bad habits or the wrong mindset. So again, hanging around the right people is a huge thing. I think that really develops that, being self-disciplined and again, getting those incremental wins and having the right support staff. So for me, it was, I didn't have necessarily the right support staff other than my wife. I had a million of friends that were telling me, hey, why are you working so much? I see people on Facebook all day long, partying and having this thing, which is fine right now during this time if that's what they choose to do. But for me, I think that this is a time where you can help the community and take advantage of the situation and learn, coach yourself, rewire your brain, get your head right, and really focus on things from even self-improvement. And so for people that have asked me that's kind of, I think, why long-term it's been different for me, is because I just have wired my brain to a point where if there's something to be done, relevant to if it's any type of commitment or any type of goal, the alternative of not accomplishing them it doesn't even occur to me that that's an option. It sounds kind of cheesy, motivational, whatever the hell you want to call it, but I'm telling you from a pure mindset standpoint, it just doesn't even register for me, right? And so what I'm trying to explain is that when you have, we have 3,000 masks we got to get done last Sunday. We were there for 13 hours to cut that down to 2,000 so we could commit to hitting goals for our clients and making sure that we're committing to the time frames that we said. So those are the types of things where once you've done that so many times over your life, it becomes normal. So I would suggest you start trying to do that for things you're trying to accomplish, and hopefully it'll help you out. It's something that's not easy. You got to make the first step, and then you got to do that habitually many times. But at a certain point, you start realizing, oh, sure, this is a lot easier. Relevant if it's a professional, thing you're trying to accomplish. If it's something about, like for me personally right now, not getting fired up about dumb things, I'll take a step back, take a couple breaths, and then that starts rewiring that. So when I see some dumb shit happen, I don't get pissed off immediately about it. I just say, okay, well, my reaction here is not going to help. So let's go ahead and see what the best reaction is going to be. And I'm starting to rewire that for myself. Again, it's not a major issue, but I'm still trying to create self-improvement, right? And so even if I can get better at that, when I'm maybe never gonna have really good patience, it'll be something that's just gonna benefit me and my stress levels and everything else. So hopefully for people watching this, that's something just to give perspective, and again, stay safe and appreciate you listening.